Hey everyone, it's Admin Blackfyre of the Facebook page. I fucking love A Song of Ice and Fire. Alright, the other newbie and trial admins, along with myself, are going to be participating in a AMA, Ask Me Anything. So there's a list of questions that I'm going to answer for y'all. And then if y'all like this, y'all request it, or just send us more questions and we'll keep doing this. Alright? So the first couple are, generic. How old am I? Where am I from? I'm 25, from the USA. Then they ask, how did I get into A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones? How did I get into it? Okay. One of my ex-girlfriends, when we were together, was a big Game of Thrones fan. Never seen the show, never read the books. So she had me watch an episode with her. I thought it was pretty good, but I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know any of the characters, none of the storylines, so I was kind of lost. So I decided to rewatch the episode, and at the beginning I saw it said based on A Song of Ice and Fire book series by George R.R. Martin. I said, well, let me give those a shot. Now, I have the Audible app for audiobooks, and I used to primarily use it for like Star Wars stuff, because there's a bunch of Star Wars EU books that are awesome. But I decided to check out the series, so I typed in A Song of Ice and Fire, and a Game of Thrones pops up. So I download that, and I'm hooked. The beginning starts out kind of rough because you have no idea anything. It's your first impression, and it's 3 rangers beyond the wall. But you have no clue who these people are, why they're out there, and all this and that. But as you get further and further, and then the last one standing, basically, from your prologue, gets executed for deserting. And Lord Eddard said something that stuck in my mind. I was like, I gotta keep going, because this is a good character. He said, he who passes the sentence should swing the sword. And I thought that was really fucking cool. So that got me. And then the kids find the direwolves. But it just progressively, as it builds and builds and builds, it gets really fucking good. And then Ned gets his head chopped off. And that's the first big, like, what the fuck? So that's what really got me on the books. Alright, then we got Fuck, Marry, Kill, if you would be able to, for the admins. Ooh, alright, I couldn't fuck, marry, or kill any of the dudes. Not my kind of thing. But I couldn't marry or kill any of them. I'm not that kind of dude. I'm not a dick like that. But fuck, I'm not in the admin chat as much as I would like to be. Because I work, 12-hour days, and I have a child and things like that, so I'm not in as much as I'd like to be, but I'm in as much as I can be. And everyone's really cool, but I'm pretty sure there's a couple of female admins that I'd fuck. They could get it, especially since they love the series like I do. That's something that would give me an instant connection that I could hold on to and be like, alright, now let's dig this out. Next question. Will you post show-related stuff, Season 6, even if Winds of Winter is not out before the season? No. I won't even watch Season 6. if Winter Winter isn't out beforehand. I'll go through Winter Winter first before I do anything Season 6 related. I want to know the true story. I want to know what is canon beforehand. So when I see deviations, I can spot them instead of watching it. And then as I'm going through the book, I'm like, I don't remember this happening. No, I want the true story first. Not this alternate Westeros that they have created. What is the most out there theory that I believe in? That would be the theory that Walder, I'm guessing is a Frey or a Rivers, that it serves as Bran's protector and basically fucking carrier since he has the fucking basket. But it would believe that Walder, being quote unquote simple, he only says the word Hodor, which I believe could be the name for the Great Other, because the Red Priest will tell you there is only R'hllor and the Great Other whose name must not be spoken. And with quote-unquote Hodor protecting Bran on his journey to meet the Three-Eyed Crow, and the Three-Eyed Crow, aka Brendan Rivers, aka Bloodraven, will sit there and tell Bran that the darkness will be his strength. That really, it kind of makes some kind of connection to him, because if Hodor is the name, there's not many that would know it outside of, acolytes of of R'hllor, the Red God. Other than his priests and priestesses, there's not many people who would know that name. So as he runs around, all he says is Hodor, Hodor. Nobody really knows what he's saying. They just think that's his name, but it's not. I would think that's the most out there theory that I believe to be true. What do I think of the old ones, the Merlings, the Blackstone, or the Greyjoys? They're on the Sea Stone chair. The base of the High Tower, and the Goat of Qohor, and all the other stuff that's made out of that black stone. The old ones and the Merlings. The old ones, you made me think of Lovecraft stuff. Not real. I don't give them very much thought. Merlings, other than the Ironborn theory that they came from Merlings instead of the First Men, that's as far as I think about Merlings, because I think that's a load of shit. They just want to set themselves apart when really they're First Men. As for the Blackstone, that has like the Sea Stone chair and the base of the High Tower and the Goat of Qohor and all that stuff, I think that's like geography, almost. I mean, the continental drift isn't the scientifically named for the theory anymore, but that's the basic principle that he's used, I think, that all the continents, Arthurius, Essos, and Westeros, before they split, were all one big continent, and that stone could be found in a couple places on that continent. Then all of a sudden something happened and this supercontinent breaks and the source of the stone goes in different areas. And I think people found it and they said, this is cool, what can we make out of it? And that's what they did. What happened with Sothorius? Do sea dragons exist? We don't know what happened to Sothorius. We had a Targaryen who, can't remember her name for the life of me right now, but she rode her dragon as far south as she could, and all she saw was forest. But then we have explorers who said they've seen ruins of what look like ancient civilizations in the jungles. We know we had a Gascari outpost there for later skirmishes of the Valerian Gascari Wars. We know that men can't have children by the women who live there or are native there. It's full of a variety of animals that can kill you in a multitude of ways. So Thoris is like a jungle death trap. That's for sea dragons? Yeah, why not? I mean, we have historical proof of dragons, so why not a sea dragon? You know, that might be what the Ironborn and fisher folk and stuff call leviathans. Those may just be sea dragons. Okay. Do I see the cannibal having a role in following books? Or are there any other dragons than Danny's? The cannibal? We all know George doesn't write anything just to write it. I mean, everyone has a role or a purpose, so yeah, he might have something down the line. For dragons other than Danny's, I'm kind of torn. I want to say we'll see some, hopefully. At the same time, I want to say we don't, because dragons, if you learn how to control them and can ride them, whether it's by the Valerian use of magics, or, you know, just dragons choosing riders naturally, they're kind of an overpowered means to conquer. Now, when Aegon did it, it was only those three, you know, Valerian, Vhagar, and Meraxes. But if there were to all of a sudden the runes of Valeria and the 14 flames, you know, 4 dragons pop out, and all of a sudden Danny, Aegon, and whoever else is gonna be a dragon rider takes hold of them, I think it would be kind of cheap, because nobody would know how to combat them. You know, there's stories of how to, you know, people can read Mr. Munkin's The Dance of Dragons, A True Telling, and they would have some ideas on what to do, but nobody with battle experience would know how to handle a dragon on the battlefield. Then again, Danny won't really know how to control her dragons, you know. So that's actually, I don't know. If all of a sudden Aegon hatched a dragon egg, if that was in one of the chests that Illyrio gave to him, and he hatched it, wouldn't that be something? And then you could possibly have another Targaryen Dance of the Dragons going on, which would be another awesome thing to do. Hell, he likes to have things repeat multiple times throughout history. The 5 Gascari Valerian Wars, the 5 Blackfyre Rebellions. I mean, so I could see it happening. That would be cool. And we have, can Lightbringer be in truth a member? A member of what? Like a member as in a dick member? No. A member of a cult? No, Lightbringer, if Lightbringer's real, is gonna be a weapon. Um, Next. Do I think the Great Northern Conspiracy exists? If so, do they know about Rob making John his heir? You know, the whole thing is, if anybody knows about Rob making John his heir, it was Varys and Littlefinger and all these guys, the Lannisters, all because the Boltons and the Freys betrayed Rob. But before they did, Rob made his decree in front of his lords. So the Boltons, the Karstogs, the Umbers, the Freys, you know, the Mormonts, I mean, that could get back to Tywin, who already knew. That could get back to the Tyrells. They could get back to the Southern Kingdoms, you know? And they would all want to suppress that. But then again, why would they care with Jon being, as far as I know, Lord Commander at the Wall? So, I don't know. I think no matter what, whether they know or not, it really doesn't matter. The North won't rally behind Jon. So there's no need to fear it. The North definitely wouldn't rally behind Jon when it comes out that he took a wildling woman as a lover and had shown sympathy and wanting to cooperate with wildlings, letting them through the wall. They wouldn't take that. So then the only thing I think that could save it would be if Stannis does sit the Iron Throne in the end. Because then for what Jon did for him, he wouldn't give Jon the North and be like, here, you can be king of the North, but he'd make him warden of the North. But I don't know. That's a big, complex issue that all hinges around none of them know that Jon is dead. So that looks like it's gonna be all of it for my submission, guys. I hope you enjoyed my insight, or lack thereof, on some things. That was about 11, 12, 13 questions, you know. I like them. I'd like to see more. Now give us more suggestions. And we'll keep doing this, because I know if all the admins, not just the trial and the newbies, but also the seniors, if we all were to do this and make it in a big round table kind of way, that it would be a lot of fun for everybody, because they would have something for everybody. We would all have theories and point of views that there'd be something for everybody that they would like. Alright? So I hope y'all enjoy this, and I hope we get the chance to do it again, guys. This is Blackfyre, out.